I joined when I was 9, I think. That's 11 years ago now. That's more than half of my lifetime.
Working here is fun. And
I at the time, I wasn't getting the right sort of accommodations at my mainstream. It wasn't going well for various reasons. The smaller classroom sizes and the sort of understanding nature of the teaching there really helped me through those years up to GCSE. I think that allowed me to make friendships within that classroom that I wouldn't have otherwise made. So that did go well, and I'm grateful for that. I think everyone has a complicated relationship with their disability. It was physical mobility and some pain, but 2 years into it, I had a major operation, and then the year after that, I had a more minor one, and that did affect my disability majorly. And I think if I had to take the time out that I took at another school, I think it would have gone a lot worse if the setting wasn't so understanding. I think in more recent years I've tried to see it more like positively and not just as a sort of obstacle in my way that I need to work around. And that's partially because of the reading I've done at university. Last year I did a really interesting piece of coursework on disability studies, philosophy. It was really interesting because it actually made me think about how disability is partially formed by our interaction with the world instead of just being something like inherent. The fact that there are stairs here that I can't as easily climb as another person when there could just not be stairs here, right? That's part of the form of disability. And also just reading these accounts of people who manage to turn their disability into like this sort of virtue, this quality about themselves that they not only like but forms this part of their identity that allows them to be like better people. And it's interesting, I don't know, I haven't figured this stuff out, I'm still thinking about these things. Cambridge is very flat, so it's good on that front because I can just walk. It's also beautiful, to get into town I have to walk across this bridge which has this beautiful view of the River Cam. It's fun to live your day-to-day life in a place where tourists want to be. I enjoy Cambridge. I think first year I did struggle because of COVID. I didn't socialise with that many people. I was in a completely new place, I didn't know anyone. It kind of left me feeling very isolated. But over the course of that year, and then especially in second year, I found this very solid friend group. It's nice to find good people there. Cambridge, even though it's at the moment I'm doing content that I really like, it is tiring. It's fundamentally tiring, and you're quite often very stressed out, and that's just the nature of the thing. Having the resources there and being able to interact with all these great people who are doing genuinely interesting work in the field, and seeing how they think about it has sort of given me ammunition for my own thought. For a long time I think I wanted these sort of big answers to these big questions. I see them more as a tool for not just improving and understanding the world, but being able to achieve these bigger things. Seeing people like apply these sort of philosophical concepts to how we think about the realities of politics in the world allows them to like think more uniquely and more out of the box about these problems. I think I would prefer, after seeing the realities of these issues, to try and help more directly. There is a 1-year law conversion course from philosophy to law that you can take. I could then go into law. You know, I've talked about travel. Would I want to travel somewhere else and get a job somewhere else? I also want to look at English language master's courses in another country. It sounds weird, but I want to figure out a way to express myself in the world. Helping people is a thing I want to do as a person. Like, it's part of who I am. And I'm taking a gap year next year after I finish my degree. And one of the things I'm thinking of doing is going to Germany. I want to learn the language, but also because I have a couple friends over there, and it would be, I don't know, I think it would be nice to live abroad for a bit. I went to Stockholm over a week over this summer. I think what was really interesting about going to Stockholm was that I was able to understand, like, when my friend talks about like just living his life. You know, I understand the sort of, even though I was just there for a week, I understand the sort of cultural context of like how he lives, because I understand what Stockholm is like. When people say, be yourself, I have kind of a problem with that a lot of the time, because I often think, okay, what myself do you want me to be? There's so many selves that I could be. I'm not sure what being myself means practically, because I don't know what I think half the time. I have contradictory ideas. Instead, think about like, what do you care about? What stands out to you as a person as important? It can be something big, it can be something that other people see as small. Just being able to invest yourself in something else has kind of changed my life, because I used to worry a lot about, like I said earlier, the big questions and finding the correct answer to that. I think also it's as well, just chill out, just have a good time. A lot of these big worries that I know I had when I was at Stepping Stones, at least, you know, I did find resolutions to them, and you know, I didn't find resolutions by worrying about them all the time. Just trying to have a good time while you're there as well. I think, yeah.